We're joined on Can Do FM by Lee Roberts, who is Deputy Leader of Barrow Borough Council. Welcome along, Lee.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Now, you've come on to talk about the business support grants, which this is money being sent by the government, by central government. It's been trickled down the line to the borough councils, and it's your job, or part of your job, to allocate it. Can you tell us a little bit more about those grants?
Yes, certainly. These are grants, first and foremost. Businesses that are eligible will not have to pay them back. That's important to note, because I think there was some confusion or caution by some businesses. It's a simple process of going on at our website, see if you're eligible, fill in the form, submit it, and then the council can process it. It'll be a one-off payment as soon as possible, as long as all the details are correct. You have to have a business in the town, so you have to all the criteria is on the website. Your business based in England, your business in retail, hospitality or leisure, your business rate of value of under 51,000. So again, I would urge everyone to contact other people who've got businesses, make sure they're aware of this. We've processed, I think we're now up to 677 grants as of yesterday, which is just under £8 million worth of support's been sent out. So we've still got a few businesses we want to catch, but it's really important we try and support every business to get through this.
And how much money have you actually got to allocate?
The government sent to, I think, 16 million for the county, so it's basically to cover it. We want to spend as much as we can of that. I think, judging off our records, there was about 1,300 businesses would be eligible in the area. Right. So if all those applied, then at least we know we've paid out all that would benefit from it.
Okay, so you make an application, you can check your eligibility online. There is an online checker, isn't there? Yeah,
there's on the Barrow Borough Council website, you've got the bullet points of how you'd be eligible, but also, if you're unsure, the government website, if you go on the central government website, it's got a process of questions where, as you answer, it'll give you the next question, and it'll end up telling you what sort of support you can apply for, because I'm aware that there's a lot of people who are self-employed in the borough who can't access this, but there is stuff they can access or other ways they can be helped.
Okay. Because as we move on into lockdown, this sort of financial strain on people is really starting to tell now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to bite and bite, and I'm in a fortunate position that I work for. I'm a counsellor, but I work for Rolls-Royce in the yard, so I know I'm in the fortunate position that my employment's still there. But in my family, I've got a small business owner, I've got people who've self-employed, so a lot of people's trades have just sort of stopped basically. So they've had to jump onto universal credit, and as you know, the number of claimants shot up initially. So it's a really hard time, and people must be really worried about the next step with not knowing when things are going to no light
at the end of the tunnel at the moment. No. Once you've made your application, bearing in mind that the council workers themselves, of course, are struggling at the moment, and many of them will be working from home. But do you have a time span for when, from getting your application in to when you get the money? Is there a time that you can expect that to happen in?
I think on the website we've aimed for 10 working days, and initially we did get a lot out in that time, but at the start of the process, as you just said, we're running like any other business where we have people isolating. We had a situation where we had to move premises and get the place deep cleaned. We had to send people home because government guidance is if you can work from home you should do. So a lot of the teams were sort of split. We moved our internal audit teams into the financial team because they had the skills and the training and the experience to actually supplement that team. We've had BE staff manning phones for us, calling around businesses. So it has been sort of all hands to the pumps. But to answer your question, I think we're going, as long as there's no queries on an application, it seems to be the 10 working days would be achievable at the moment.
Right. Are you sending out emails to people to tell them that they haven't been successful?
Where we've got contact details we have, but a lot of businesses might not be contactable because they're not at their place of work or their premises if they've shut down and they're just at home. So we've had initial trouble contacting businesses, but we've been phone banking, so we've been ringing around businesses who we know haven't applied to urge them to apply. And we've sent emails out. We've tried to do our social media comms, and we've been helped a lot by things like the Cumbria LEP and other organisations like yourselves have put our messages out to try and reach all these businesses. So again, even if public, if you don't own a business, if you know someone who has, just ask them: have they applied? Do they know about it? Have they looked into it? Because part of the trouble is actually getting people to apply now, and a lot of the councils are in the same position.
Right. Okay. Lots. So basically, if you put your application in, that's it. You just wait to hear. Then you just wait. You either get a load of money deposited in your bank account, or you get an email telling you that you've not been successful.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll try. What we couldn't do is provide sort of ongoing updates because you imagine hundreds of applications and all staff working from home. There's no central phone line we can man because they're all at home. So we've had to get over a lot of sort of different sort of ways of working. But yeah, basically, as long as your application goes in, you get an automated email response to say it's been received. Then if you don't hear anything in the meantime, you should get an email to say it's been paid, or just watch your bank accounts because.
Okay. Is there a process of appeal? Is there anybody, is there any way in which businesses who think that they're eligible but haven't received a grant can appeal the decision?
It will just be contact us again using the email address, and we'll get someone to ring and talk you through it. Because the criteria, as far as I understand it, is quite clear. So if it's been turned down, because for instance you don't have a premises in the town or something, that's quite clear. So if there's any doubt, I would say contact again, or even just contact one of your councillors if you're having trouble getting hold of people.
Okay, that's fantastic. Well, thank you so much. Everybody at the council are working so hard. It's very much appreciated, and in very difficult circumstances. So if you're running a business, then please get an application in for a business support grant, which is completely non-repayable. It's the payment is yours to help you through the crisis.